Therefore, if you use IPC codes that are very relevant to your subject, then you can query the database using IPC codes without adding further restrictions. However, in some cases, IPC codes are little vague and they define a very broad scope. In such a scenario, querying the database using only IPC code may yield large number of results. So depending on the time constraint, it might not always be possible to review large number of patents. The number of results can be reduced by adding broad keywords as a limitation to the query that includes IPC code. Hence, if you have completed your search using keyword and classification search, the next is followed by the citation based search to make your search more foolproof. So the next is the citation based search. Citations are the references to prior technology. The references can be cited by a patent applicant or the patent examiner. Further, a patent document may have both backward citations and forward citations. Where backward citations are the references the patent document is citing, and forward citations are the references that are citing the current patent document. You may consider both backward and forward citations, which is collectively called the citations for your search. So in order to carry out this exercise, extract the citations from all the relevant documents that you have found using the first two search strategies. Thereafter, analyze the cited documents to uncover more references that are relevant. If you find relevant references among the citations, then carry out the citation search exercise for all the newly found relevant patent document. After completing the search activity using the first three strategies, you can follow up with the assignee and inventor based search to further reduce the risk of missing some of the relevant references. Hence, next search would be assignee based search. To carry out assignee based search, extract a list of assignees or applicants from the list of relevant documents you found using a previous search strategies. Now you can query the database using assignee or applicant names. Note that you should not end up reviewing the same documents again and again. This is one of the drawback of the free databases. Now the assignee based search is followed by the inventor based search. Inventor based search is carried out by extracting a list of inventors' name from the list of relevant documents you have found using the previous search strategies. Now we can query the database using the inventor's name. Hence, these 5 strategies will collectively make your patent searching exercise more comprehensive and increases the probability of uncovering the relevant patent references. Now, as you have done with the core patent search, finally the last query would be who would carry out the patent search. Although one can carry out this search by themselves, only experienced professionals can reach an adequate degree of search completeness. In addition, it can be more efficient to hire a professional directly than to use the free patent search tools. A specialist uses fee-based professional tools and gets the out of all possible sources. Possible partners they perform the professional search include some patent offices, search departments, patent law firms, patent search professional, and patent attorneys. Now to conclude with, a simple prior art search can be conducted at a minimal cost, and this increases with the complexity and degree of exhaustiveness required. The results of such searches can affect the R&D investments, which are hundreds to thousands of times more costly. Therefore, it would be extremely risky to enter an R&D project without performing such a search. Hence, patent sources must be systematically considered while conducting prior art searches. Thank you. For further queries, you can contact info@origin.com or below phone numbers.